So it's the last season for Eureka. How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. I mean, it was 6 years. You know, our contracts were only for 6 years, so the fact that it's ending now is not a surprise. We got the word while we were shooting, which is more than most shows get. Usually you shoot everything out and then you find out you're never going to see everyone again. Yeah. And that's a weird thing. So we actually got the last month to say goodbye to each other and you know, really have a good time, which was important emotionally somehow.
And to resolve, I mean, you actually got to tie everything up at the end?
Yeah, they didn't, and then they did. They said no, sort of like, you're off, and then Sci-Fi picked us up. Then Comcast came in and said, we're changing the format. We're going to go with less expensive shows, reality. For that price point, we can make 6 reality shows. And then Sci-Fi went back to them and said, sort of for our fans, for the integrity of, we need at least an episode to tie this thing up. We can't course correct. At this point, we can't, you know, shoehorn in an ending that's going to be anything but, and it ended. So they gave us one more, which I think is a big deal. I mean, some people, I mean, it's still, what, $2 or $3 million that they sort of go, okay, here's $2 or $3 million. You can do one more episode. Like, that's a lot of money. Yeah. So grateful to have it, and they did a good job.
And the faithful fan base for this show.
Yeah.
All through it, and they deserve it.
Yeah, they do. They've been really, really sort of supportive in a show that sort of, it would air in the summer, 10 some years, and then wait 8 months, 9 months to come back again, and that's not fun. Yeah. So the fact that anyone was watching at all, let alone more people in the end than the beginning, is huge.
Yeah. I remember at Comic-Con a couple of years ago, they took over like a diner, and they had like big cutouts of each other. And they named all the sandwiches after them. And there was a lot of them. You couldn't get in, and it wasn't the food.
No, it was the Hard Rock. I think they took over.
Yeah, and it was very cool.
It was cool. We stopped by because Jordan, the girl who plays my daughter, said, "You gotta come. You gotta see this thing." And that was a mistake to do that without security. That was not that there's any danger, but you know
you get mobbed.
Yeah, there's a lot of signing that goes on and pictures and whatnot. And
what's the weirdest thing anybody's ever asked you to sign?
Breasts. Also, the greatest thing anyone's ever asked me to sign. So it's
the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
Speaking of the best of both worlds, is this at all bittersweet? I know you've got something that you're going on to.
Yeah. But yeah, it's bittersweet. It's wistful. You know, there are definitely times over the course of the show when I wanted nothing more than for it to be done and to move on to something else. But
because you're like in every scene, I mean, it's fairly labor intensive.
It's heavy. Yeah. But at the end of it, looking back on what it's done for me as a person, you know, to be crass financially, and what it's done for me professionally, and what it's done for me, I've become a producer and a director through this experience, and how much more I know now from the torture of being on set 16 hours a day for 5 or 6 years. Yeah. I mean, only an idiot doesn't learn at that point. So yeah, it's to look back and sort of close that chapter and be so grateful for what it was.
Yeah, and I remember when you got it and just seeing the first bit, thinking this is like the perfect gig for you.
Yeah, I think you knew more than I did, because I was like, I'm gonna try, you know, and you were like, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good for you.
No,
I remember
it was like
that.
A perfect fit. It was a perfect. There was so much of you in that character, even out of the box.
Well, and people who don't understand, like my family and whatnot, they'll tune in and they'll go, well, you're not acting. You know, this isn't impressive. It's like, well, it's a little impressive, I hope. So, they're probably my least favorite fans.
So the season, 5th and final, starts. Catch us up to where we're at this point.
Okay, season 4 left off with this mission called the Astraeus mission, giant spaceship taking off and going into space. But it took off too soon with a member, my girlfriend, on board who wasn't supposed to be there. So there's that moment at the end where I sort of go, and she disappears into thin air. But I wanted the season 5 premiere to be the season 4 finale.
Right.
Because something happens in that turns the whole series on its head again. Which is the coolest turn that we've had. And this is talking about a show that went back to 1940s for a little while and then came back and didn't course correct on the timeline. So
beauty of science fiction.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's true. I mean, on a normal show, you have drama like, oh, someone at work is going through a problem and we've resolved it through normal science methods. Whereas on sci-fi, you can do that. Your A plot can be, oh, we got stuck back in time, and we need to correct it by inventing science. Like, you can do the craziest problems and fixes, which is just more interesting.
Yeah, it is. Well, again, I mean, it's nature of genre television, both the fact that you can do stuff like that and the fans will go with it. The fans love that. The weirder you can make it and come back from.
Yeah.
But the show it evolved over the years.
Yeah. Our line producer, Robert Petrovich, was always a big proponent of, like in the tone meetings and whatnot, what are the rules for this episode? Are you going to break them? Because I'm going to be pissed off if we break. He was a big guy on like, people will follow it if you set up the rules and then stick within the lines. Yeah. So, every now and then we wouldn't. He'd just pull his hair out. He's like, you can't do that! Did
you follow Twitter, or is that just maddening?
No,
responding to episodes?
I like Twitter. I follow it. It's hard because, as much as you love the interaction, sometimes people can be nasty. Yeah. And for every 100 things you get back, the one person who says something nasty, it hits. You're sort of like, wow, I'm not sure that was 140 characters of pain. Didn't need that.
So what can you tell us about the season? Without spoiling, either 13 or 10?
12 in this 12? One. Yeah, because we had one Christmas one that got melted in there.
Right. So what can you tell us about the season? Other than obviously it resolves the spaceship problem.
It resolves and further complicates the spaceship problem. Then there's all sorts of ramifications from that. We have two of the funniest episodes that we've done. One is Jamie's directorial debut, our series creator, and that's called Jack of All Trades. And then there's one called Smarter Carter, which is as the name suggests, and those are really two of the funniest episodes we've done.
Yeah. There's a lot of room for improvement
then. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? We set the bar so low that in the final season to get above it strangely didn't require much effort. We just really had to try, and we got there.
I think my favorite promo for the show, I think it was for last season, when he does a bank robbery, and he gets so excited that he gets there, and the bank has been literally robbed. I love the show. It's such a great. And we should, for the 4 people who haven't seen it, we should explain the premise.
Okay.
You do it.
The show is about a small town, sort of a government type relocation town like Los Alamos or Area 51. And the difference being is this town, the science is 50, 100, 200 years in the future. So, and that's normal for the town. So the problems that happen with the science resonate through the storylines.
It's a think tank town, basically.
Yes, yeah.
And you arrive, the new sheriff in town.
Yeah, a guy who shouldn't be there, doesn't know anybody, doesn't know how this all works, and sort of has to figure it out. And strangely, for his lack of intelligence, is the only one who can see the forest for the trees.
Yes. And it's much of the humor.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Not far. See, well cast. Well cast. Not a bright man, but tries hard.
So tell me about this new show.
New show is called Like Father. Warner Brothers Studio for Fox. We shot the pilot a couple weeks ago. Seems to be going well. It was well written and I liked it. It got better in the rewrite process, and it got better when we shot it. So that's always the right line. Sometimes, frequently, it's really good, and then it gets a little worse, and you just know, okay, this isn't gonna go. But it's by Bill Lawrence, who did Cougar Town and Scrubs and Spin City, and he also directed it.
Yeah, he's great.
He's great. Yeah.
He's a funny man.
Yeah, and a nice man.
Yeah.
Which is great. Trouble being with that, as sort of we were discussing earlier, I don't know how he does it. I mean, the trouble is trying to deliver 21 minutes and 30 seconds, introducing everybody, trying to establish a premise, and as well make it something that people go, wow, that's so cool, I want to tune in again.
Yeah, that's tough.
Hard sell.
Yeah, it'll get easier.
Yeah, true. When we're just repeating the same show every week, well, much easier.
You've done half hour.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to ask, my last question, it's just, because it's palpable on screen how well you guys get along, how much fun you have working with Joe Morton, the brother from another planet.
Yeah, Joe's the best. He's the elder statesman of our cast. He's has integrity like you wouldn't believe. Works harder than anybody, and that sort of thing. When you have the person who has the most clout working as hard as he possibly can, it sets the tone for everyone else. No one else is allowed to not work or to show up and go, "What's the scene about?" It's not. You can't pull it off when Joe's doing that. So I think his tone, and he didn't do it by telling anybody anything, it's just how he works. Yeah. And also he brings so much, even to the episodes he directs. Like he's, like I'm a workaday guy, he's an artist in like a different, he's like this, I'm referencing the umbrellas of Cherbourg with this shot. I was like, really?
Yeah, take the Liechtenstein here.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to do a close-up followed by a closer close-up. So he's phenomenal, and one of the most articulate guys. Just a lovely man. I hope to be in his life forever.
Right. Okay, so fifth and final season, watch, get the DVD sets.
Yeah, buy them all.
Buy them
Use
all.
them as paperweights. They're
Christmas
amazing paperweights.
posters.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this. Good to see you again, Rick.
Pleasure. Good to see you too.
Right.